Hello students, today we are going to discuss the important topic in atoms and molecules, that is formula. In the last class we have discussed how to write the symbol of elements, different shorthand notation of the name of elements already discussed. But today now we will discuss that how to write the shortest way to represent the name of the compound, that is called formula. So formula is the shorthand notation of it is the shorthand notation of the name of the compound. The compound can be written in shortest way, that is called formula. Like you know, everybody has different names, shorthand. For example, my name Devendra Kumar Mishra. I can write Devendra Kumar Mishra, short for Devendra Kumar Mishra. In shortest we can write DKM. We are using in official that shortest DKM. DKM, that is the abbreviation of my name. Devendra Kumar Mishra is the abbreviation of my name, that is DKM. So similarly, the compound, the name of the compound can be written qualitatively. It is represented qualitatively as shortest notation, that is called formula. So to write the formula of a compound, we have to follow the chemical name of the compound. That means the formula can be derived from the chemical name. For example, to write the formula, we have to follow the rule, that is crisscross method. Crisscross method means exchanging the valency of the radicals present in the compound. In the chemical name, in all chemical name, generally it has two parts, cation and anion, cationic part and anionic part. Cationic part has some valency and anionic part has some valency. Both valency will be exchanged. That is called crisscross method. For example, water. Simply we are writing water. Water is the common name, but actually the chemical name of water is hydrogen oxide. Hydrogen oxide is same as water. So hydrogen oxide, if you write the formula, hydrogen is written as H plus and oxide is written as O2 minus. So hydrogen valency is plus, that means charge is plus, and oxide the charge is minus 2. If that means the valency of hydrogen is 1 and valence of oxygen is minus 2 here. So to write the formula, we have to exchange the valency. Here valency is 2. Charge is minus 2 but valency is 2. Here this 2 will be here, 2 will be come here and 1 will be here. So it can be written as 2 is coming here, it will written as subscript number, that means below. So this 2 will come to hydrogen side, so S2, and 1 cannot be necessary, it is not necessary to write 1. So 1 will be here means only oxygen. So this is H2O. Again I am repeating, why water is H2O, hydrogen charge is plus, oxide, water is actually hydrogen oxide, chemical name. So oxide carry minus 2, charge is 2. So that is valence is 2. 2 valence will come to hydrogen side and 1 valence will go to oxygen side. 1 is not necessary to write. Itself atom, one single atom means it carry one. So H2O, because 2 will be here and 1 will be here. So formula of water is H2O. For example, hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is written as, for example, hydrogen is H plus and peroxide is already you know, peroxide is O2 2 minus. We have to remember the radicals. Last class already we discussed regarding the radicals. So peroxide is O2 2 minus. You have to remember this is peroxide radicals and hydrogen always H plus. Hydrogen means H plus. So you will exchange this valency. 2 will be here. So H2 and hydrogen valence 1, it will remain as oxygen is same O2. O2 is whole. This radical is O2. It will not be changed. So O2 remains same. But the valency 2 will come to hydrogen side. So 2 will coming to this side, that's H2, and other part is remaining same. O2 remaining same. Because it is a polyatomic radicals. For polyatomic radicals, the number of atoms will not be changed. We cannot change the number of atoms. So O2 peroxide contains O2 and its charge is 2 minus. That's why valence is 2. 2 will come here. Hydrogen valence 1 will be here. So that's why it is hydrogen H2O2. For example, sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. Sodium chloride, sodium charge is Na plus and chloride is Cl minus. That's why here both carry single plus, single minus means valence is 1 1. So formula is same, no change. NaCl. Sodium chloride is NaCl. Suppose calcium chloride. Calcium chloride. Calcium chloride, calcium charge is Ca2 plus. You have to remember the charge. Already you have written. And chloride is Cl minus. That's why here 2, here 1. So 2 will be chlorine side, 1 will be calcium side. So 1 means same, 2 will be chlorine side, Cl2. This is the formula of calcium chloride. Okay, what are the other examples? For example, potassium sulfate. Potassium sulfate. I can write potassium sulfate. Potassium is K plus. Sulfate is SO4 2 minus. Already you have written different radicals. First you have to remember the different name of radicals and its formula. And what charge it belongs. It is very important. If charge is wrong, formula will be wrong. That's why it will be K plus SO4 2 minus. So I can write this one. Exchange of valency, that is crisscross method. 2 will be here. And 1 will be same, no change. That's why K2SO4. Suppose aluminium sulfate. Suppose aluminium sulfate. Aluminium sulfate. I have written short form. Aluminium sulfate. Aluminium charge is Al plus 3. Sulfate is SO4 2 minus. So first you write the radicals. What are the chemical name? What are the radicals present in the, what are the ions available in the compound? You have to write first. Aluminium is Al3 plus, sulfide is SO4 2 minus. Then exchange. Exchange the radicals. Here 2 will be this side. So Al2 and 3 will be sulfide side. So as it is a polyatomic radicals, you have to use bracket 3. Bracket will be written so that you can know the valency. Valence will be exchanged. 3 will be this side. If without bracket you write, it will be SO43 43. That is wrong because it is a single unit. Sulfide is a single unit. You have to use the bracket. More than 1 means the bracket will be used. So Al2 SO4 for only for polyatomic ions. So Al2 SO43. That is the aluminum sulfate. Potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate is K plus. Potassium is K plus. Permanganate is MnO4 minus permanganate. So as it carries single plus, single minus, same formula, no change. K MnO4. K plus MnO4 minus. Okay, this is potassium permanganate. Similarly, if you write calcium hydroxide, calcium is what? Calcium is Ca2 plus, hydroxide is OH minus. So I can write this formula. The formula will be here valency calcium 2, hydroxide valence 1. It will be CaOH whole 2. Because calcium valency 2 will come to hydroxide side, and hydroxide valency 1 come to calcium side. 1 means not necessary, write 1. So this is calcium hydroxide. So for example, ferric oxide. I can write ferric oxide. Ferric means valency iron is 3. Ferric means iron valency is 3. Ferrous means iron valency is 2. So ferric is Fe3 plus. Oxide is already written. Oxide is O2 minus. O2 minus. So what will the formula? Formula 3 will be oxygen side and 2 will be iron side. So Fe2O3. This is ferric oxide. If you write ferrous oxide, ferrous valence is 2 plus, iron valence is 2 plus, and oxide is 2 minus. So formula will be FeO. Both valency cancel, 2 plus, 2 minus, so FeO. So this is some important techniques how to write the different formula of the compounds. For example, potassium ferrocyanide is a bigger formula. Potassium ferrocyanide. Potassium ferrocyanide. Potassium is K plus. Ferrocyanide ion is already you have written. Ferrocyanide ion is bigger radicals. Whole 6, whole bracket 4 minus. This is your ferrocyanide. This is the formula of ferrocyanide and this is the symbol of potassium. Potassium carry single plus, ferrocyanide carry 4 minus. So I can write the potassium ferrocyanide. So 4 will be here. K4 FeCN6. So this is your potassium ferrocyanide, K4 FeCN6. So it depends upon the formula can be written if you know the radicals. If you know the radicals, you can write the formula. After writing the radicals, only valency will be exchanged. Valence means the whole number, not taking the charge. So valence will be exchanged, then write the formula. First trick is, for important thing is, you have to write the what? We have to write the radical symbol, radical formula, then exchange the valency, then write the final formula of the compound. So in this way, you practice minimum 100 examples, you practice the formula. So many formula are there in your books, you collect and minimum 100 formula you practice, then you will be thorough in writing the formula of the compound. Okay.